My name is Alphonse Ruth. My student ID number is 210999199. Today I'll be presenting my presentation about my career pathway and the company that I've chosen to talk about the contract, recruitment process, change management, policy and procedure, learning and development strategy, exit strategy. And first of all, I would like to talk about my career pathway. As you can see, for 2012 and until 2013, I'm looking forward to start my work experience and finish my second year of airline airport management BA honours. And then at the same time, by the end of 2013, I want to finish my 1,600 hours of work experience working as sales assistant in World Duty Free in London, Heathrow, or if not, work as a travel agent. For 2013-2014, I want to make sure that I've completed my third year of BE honours and move on to my final year, and I'll be working as a part-time travel agent at the same time. From 2014-2015, I want to graduate from my uni and move into full-time work experience and work as a check-in agent in London Heathrow. 2015-2017, I want to make sure I carry on working full-time in London Heathrow Airport, and basically for me to gain more knowledge and skill and development about myself, so that I'll be more confident further on. 2017-2019, I just want to change department and then move into airport customer service desk or work as a passenger handling agent. That will basically give me a different background, a different experience about the airport itself. And then finally, I'll be working in the air, not in the ground, so that I know about aviation, working both in the air and the ground. I'll be working as a cabin crew with either British Airways or Air Mauritius, or with any company that will offer me a job as a cabin crew. Then finally, I'll be moving into any management role that arises during that time for the year 2020-2021. Or if not, my second option will be to work as a travel agent. Now, the next thing we'll be talking about Virgin Atlantic recruitment. The job recruitment that I'll be looking forward for the candidate. If I have any position that is empty, I'll make sure I fill that out first. But the job requirement will be a 3-year work experience, the ability to cope under pressure, leadership and management skill, the ability to work in a group and to work on their own, GCSE level C minimum. Great communication skill, both in written and verbally, and then the right to work in the UK, basically. How am I going to advertise that? Well, the advertisement sources will be the Virgin Atlantic homepage itself, which will be their website, recruitment agency, social media such as Facebook, Twitter, local newspaper, career advice path, and maybe the job centre. Recruitment process, basically I'm going to advertise the job role online or any type of advertising sources. I'll provide an online application, then on the final date I'll select the candidate matching the criteria, and then they're going to have a phone interview, and then successful candidate will come for a group interview, then a one-to-one interview. Then finally the most suitable candidate will be selected, and then they'll be provided, they'll be put on a probation training. They will get to know about the company, a brief history about the company, their job role, and then also they'll be provided to if they have any question or will want to find out more of the company, they will have a chance to do so. Finally, they'll be put on a 3 to 4, 5 week provisional work basis. Then if they're successful, they'll be given a contract, otherwise the contract will be terminated, and then the recruitment procedure will just have to carry on again. Next slide will be, as you can see, will be Virgin Atlantic contract. They have full-time, part-time, seasonal, temporary, but my main two contract will be full-time and part-time. Full-time one will be very, very vital for my company, because I want to have full-time staff that will be able to work flexible hours, night, day, evening, Christmas, whenever needed, and then we'll make sure that we train them professionally and successfully so that they'll be able to provide good customer service. The next one will be part-time. Part-time employee will be basically just for them to work there, but sometimes they will just cover the gap or they will swap shift. And then basically they'll help me. They're also going to help by getting extra overtime or extra hours whenever needed, whenever we need to boost, and whenever we're having a lot of customer demands and a lot of work with the company. The next one, as you can see, will be management, change management. Sometime in a company, there might be change. The change can be about new system, about new product. So the company, sometimes what happens is it can be a little bit too quick for the staff to respond to the new change, and then they might get upset about it. They might find themselves demoralized, or they might just might give up, and sometimes they might even start thinking about quitting or changing the job. So in order for that not to happen, the company needs to make sure they prepare an actual introduction of change, so they can do that by telling their staff in advance what are the changes, so that they can prepare themselves for that. And then finally, develop a consistent group. What that means is make sure train the manager, so that the manager can pass on the change to their staff successfully. And then they also need to provide the benefits and opportunities of the new system. Let's say they've got a new computer system, and then they need to make sure that they tell the staff about the positive thing about it, such as it's going to be quick, it's going to be reliable, it will be faster and stuff, so that their staff finally, like the last thing will be acceptance and approval, so that their staff will make sure that they think it's a positive thing, and then they finally accept it and work and cooperate together. The next thing will be leadership, learning and development. Basically, like you can see, Virgin, that's a little chart about how Virgin will be sending their staff on training. They're going to have a 3-day training about induction, health and safety, customer service. Those are the person responsible for it. Team leader, health and safety managers, customer service manager. It will take the month of the training will be January and February. The location will be the head office. The work, it will be how they're going to do it. It will be a workshop. On the health and safety one will be practical and theory. It will take 4 to 5 hours per session, and each session will cost 30 to 70 pounds, and then it will cost 30 to 70 pounds per trainee, but per session it will cost about 400 pounds, and the customer service one will take will be the highest 700. Health and safety will be 600 pounds. This will basically make the Virgin attending staff more knowledgeable on the job, give them leadership skill, management skill, and then more confident about the job. Performance management. Basically, when a staff is introduced to the company, they're going to have target and aims that they will have to achieve, and then each individual basically they get like a goal they get to basically have a target that they need to meet, such as they need to sell. For example, they need to make sure that for example, let's say if there's a sell ticket, they've been able to sell about 100 tickets. Let's say for someone that's a target for them, they need to make sure they achieve that, and then bring forward any vision and strategy. It's more the Virgin Atlantic will be more than welcome to receive any strategy, vision, point of view from the staff and the customer, so that because the more point of view, the better. Assessing formal appraisal. Basically, manager need to have an appraisal with the staff, like about how they're performing, where are the weaknesses and strengths, so that will make sure that it lifts the expectation of the company. And then the final year review. This will be about the headquarters manager to have a one-to-one interview with the manager itself and get to know if they met the company aim and target, and why not, and then any new ideas will be welcome, and all these kind of things will be in the process. And then current policy and procedure will be about the procedure that such as breaks, holidays, absence, sickness, working hours, health and safety, training, careers, uniform. So basically what's going to happen is the staff need to make sure they familiarize themselves with this and get to know about the health and safety rules and the company, and then they need to make sure they practice it, and they have a leaflet and then a little notebook about it. Wherever they're going, they need to make sure they have it with them, and make sure if they are in doubt, always ask. The last one will be exit strategy. Basically, when someone is leaving the company, they need to make sure they notice the company and give them notice of about 5 weeks. It depends on what kind of job you're doing, but in the minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, we're looking forward to. Then we can have a meeting with a general manager, with any manager who you is responsible, and talk to them why you want to leave. If you're not happy, or if sometimes it can be you would just want to transfer, or the location is too far. So we'll try to find an option. And finally, even though if you want to carry on forward with your resigning, then you just need to make sure you still keep focusing until your last day of employment. Even in the last day, you need to make sure you focus. Then finally, the last day of your contract, you need to make sure that you return all the company personal properties such as badge, uniform and stuff. And then at the same time, the interviewer need to make sure that they ask for feedback of why are you leaving, and where are the weaknesses, what are the strengths, so that they can improve for next time. And finally, staff reunion. This for basically the company on Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, they can have a little party and call their ex-staff and staff that have resigned or retired, so that they can get back together and then make sure that they ask each other what are they up to and how they're getting on with their careers and everything. At the same time, they can still discuss about a possibility of coming back to work. So this is the strategy of all the process that I'll be using as a HR manager to make my company successful. Thank you for listening.